Hello, I'm Warehouse Dev, and welcome to the premiere episode of Warehouse Dev Presents Fun with Flags. Now, if you've seen The Big Bang Theory, this might be funny to you. If you haven't, you're probably wondering what is wrong with me. Either way, if you want to build flags using nothing but CSS, stay with me. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, let's have fun with flags. As you can see here, I have my HTML file, and these are all the flags we are going to build today. I will uncomment one by one, and we will work on our CSS. Now, in order for this to be challenging, I'm not gonna touch my HTML, so our flag will be basically nothing but an empty div, and they will have different classes, and we will style those classes. Okay, I'll hit save, and as you can see, we have Poland, which is our first challenge. This is just a warming up. It's the easiest one. Okay, let's have a look at my CSS just quickly. I'm using this font from Google. Have basic reset, a background color on my body. I have some basic styling on my H1 and P, which is the country name here, and on my main container, which holds every card with flag and name, and this it has display flags and flags wrap, which will allow our website to be responsive. And as far as our flag goes, which is the actual flag we are going to build, it has a position relative because I need to put things inside absolute. It has a width of 300 pixels and aspect ratio of 3 by 1, which is the most common aspect ratio for flags. Okay, let's get started. Okay, here I have a folder with all the flags we are going to build today. First is the flag of Poland. As you can see, only two colors. Okay, so let's style our Poland class. For that, we are going to use background image, and it will be a linear gradient. We have white on top and red at the bottom. For the purpose of simplicity, I'm not gonna worry about getting the exact color of countries. I will just use red, white, green, blue, etc. Okay, if I hit save now, you can see that we have a gradient which starts with white here and slowly goes into the red color, which is the main purpose of gradients, right? But there is an property of gradients where I can say where I want my color to end, which is at exactly 50%. And if I say that the next color starts at 50%, as you can see, I have two solid colors meeting at exactly the spot I defined it, which is super useful for building flags and I'm sure for many other purposes in real projects. Okay, that was just warming up. We are having a much difficult countries now. Our next country is Austria. As you can see, we have three colors now: red, white, red, at exactly 1/3 of the flag. Okay, so let's first uncomment my HTML div, Austria. Here it is, and let's work on styling. Again, I will say background image. It will be again linear gradient, and we start with red, which goes until 1/3, which is approximately around here, and we have our white color, which goes at the same spot, and then our white goes until 66.66, and at the same spots continues the red color until the end of our flags. Let's hit Alt Z so you can see my whole page here. If I hit save now, as you can see, we have the flag of Austria. Okay, another one finished. Let's continue. Next is the flag of France. I will uncomment this and my CSS, and let me just quickly find France. Okay, this is what we are going to build. As you can see, again, we have three colors. But this time our colors are going from left to right. But no problem for our linear gradient. I will copy this previous from the Austria. So I just need to change the colors. So we have the blue color first, and then we have white, and then we have red. We are good to go. If I hit save, as you can see, I have our three colors, but the problem is they're going from top to bottom. We need them to go from left to right. To achieve that, before we define any colors in our gradient, we just need to say to right, comma. And now, as you can see, our gradient is going from left to right, and we have the color of France. Amazing. Okay, next please. Next is Ghana. Let me find, okay. Again, we have three colors, but this time we have a star in the middle. Okay, let's see how can we do that. I will uncomment Ghana and let's work on our styling. Hit save. Here it is. Okay, let's first do the colors. We have red, yellow, and green. Again, I will copy the previous code here. So we don't need to write. We have red, yellow, green. Yeah. So red. We have our yellow. And we have our green color. Okay, if we save now, I have my colors in place. I just need to put this star in the middle. For that, like I said, I'm not gonna touch my HTML. Therefore, I will use pseudo-elements. We have two pseudo-elements for this purpose. That's before and after. It doesn't matter which one we are going to use. Let's just use before. Now, when we work with our pseudo elements, the mandatory property we need to use is content property. So I'll say content, and I'll just paste this star, which we need. And I just need to put this star in the middle. As I told you, I have position relative on my flags, so I'll just position this star absolute, and I'll say that it will be 50% from the left and 50% from the top. If I now hit save, as you can see, our star is very little, so let's do font size of, let's say, 3 rand. Okay, but it's not in the middle. The reason for that is that top left corner of the box of this star is in the middle. So we need to put it 50% up and 50% left. So we will use transform and translate. So we'll say minus 50% on the x-axis and minus 50% on y-axis. And now it's perfectly in the middle. Let me just check if I need to make it a little bigger. Yeah, I think it should be a little bigger. Let's try 4 RAM. Yeah, that's about it. I'm happy with that. Let's continue. Our next flag is Japan. So let's work on Japan flag. I will uncomment my HTML, and in my CSS, let's just uncomment this also. So we need something else here. So I'll say background image. The same goes for radial gradients as it goes for linear gradients. So like I said, red 50%, white 50%, and let's see. I don't have gradients, but two colors. But the problem is that my circle here is not a perfect circle, and the reason for that is my aspect ratio. To be a perfect circle, my aspect ratio needs to be square. So that's not the case here. So this is not the approach I will going to take. Instead, I will just put background color of white, but I don't need to do even that because it is white. But never mind. And I will insert my circle again, you guess, with pseudo-elements. So we'll say Japan before. As you probably remember, we need the content property, and this time my content is empty string, nothing inside my content. But I do need the width and the height. I'll say 150 pixels, and it needs to be exactly the same because I will do border radius of 50%, which will make it a perfect circle. If the width and the height are not the same, it won't be a perfect circle. Yeah, but I don't have my circle yet because I need to give it a background color over it. And uh, and now I can do the same thing with the position of absolute like we did for the star on the Ghana flag, but I can achieve the same thing with display flags on the parent, which is the Japan class. And I'll say justify content center and align items to the center, which will center our circle, red circle. Okay, let's have a look. Yep, I'm happy with that. Japan done. Okay, next please. Next we have Madagascar. Okay, how on earth are we going to do that? Okay, let's see. I will uncomment my HTML and let's start working. Only 3 to go. Ooh, good. Okay, let's see how can we do that. I will first make a gradient with red and green for starter. You know how to do that, like we did before, linear gradient. I will say green 50, red 50. Let's hit save. Okay, that's a good start. Oh, no, that's a bad start. I need the other way around. Green. Like that. That's better. Now, let's have a look at the flag. I need white to be until, let's say, I think this is 30% of the flag. 1/3, I'm sorry. So what can I do to achieve that? I can put another linear gradient. I will say linear gradient, and I need my white to go until 33.33, and I need transparent to start at 33, but I don't need them to from top to bottom. I need them from left to right, so I'll just say to right. Hit save. Let's have a look. Okay, this is not working, and in fact this one has to go first. I'll cut this gradient, and I'll put this gradient first. Then I'll say comma and the other one. And voila, we have the Madagascar flag. Okay, bye bye penguins from Madagascar. Let's go to our next flag, which is Panama. Oh my god, how can we do this flag? Okay, now let's think about it. First, I will do a red and blue gradient, and then we'll see what we need to do else. Therefore, I will uncomment Panama, and let's start working on Panama. So I'll say background image will be a linear gradient. Let's not make the same mistake. Red to blue. So we need red at 50% and blue at 50%. Where is our Panama? Here is our Panama. Okay. Now I do need these two white rectangles that will split this flag at exactly half. The way I think this is easiest to do is with two pseudo-elements. One will be before and the other will be after. So let's do that. Let's say class Panama before, comma, class Panama after. We will style both of them together, and then we will do the separate styling for one of them. First thing first, I will say position. Oh my god, position absolute. And let's see what else. We need a background color to be white, and let's have a look. It has to be 50% of the width and 50% of the height of our flag. So I'll say width 50%, height 50%, and let's save this and see what do we have. Oh, we don't have anything. We don't have anything because I forgot something. Like I told you, you need to have a content property when working with pseudo elements. And right now we have our white rectangle, which is 50% of the width and height, and it's by default position at the top left corner. Okay. In fact, we need some content inside. It's not only rectangle, but we need a star. So I will again paste this star, and like we did for the Madagascar. Now I need. Let's make this star bigger for the starter. I'll say a font size 5 rem. and the color of the star should be blue first. So I'll say right underneath our background color, I will say the color of blue. Okay, much better. Now we have two elements here that are positioned one above the other. We cannot see them because they're at exactly the same spot, one over the other, before and after. Later we will move one of them uh, at the right spot. Now I only have to make this star in the center, and for that here I cannot use position absolute because I will move the whole rectangle, white rectangle, which is what I don't want to do. So what I'll do instead is like we did for Japan. I will on the parent element I will put display all flags and justify content to the center and align items to the center. Like that. Let me check. Whoa, this is not good. And the reason this is not good is because I don't need this on the parent, which is our flag, entire flag. I need the star to be centered, and the star is the child of before and after. So I will move this down there on before and after. And if I now save, our star is perfectly centered. Okay, one last thing remains to do the other rectangle. So I'll say, well, Panama, let's say after. Right now, both of them are at the same place. I will just move this after to start at 50%. And to go to be aligned to the bottom. So I will say left 50%, bottom 0. Let's see. Yeah, and else, what else do I have to do here is to put color to red of this bottom rectangle. And voila, we have the flag of Panama. Woohoo! Wow, that was tough. Okay, last one for today, but not least, certainly, is Tanzania. Let's see what do we have to build. Okay, amazing, right? Now, the way I see this is that the green is 1/3 of the flag, and then yellow, black, and this yellow are 1/3, and this blue is again 1/3. So I will do three color first, and then I'll add yellow. So let's see how to do that. I will uncomment Tanzania, and let's see. So we'll do linear, but I need background image or background to be a linear gradient. So we'll start with, we are starting with the green. So I'll say green, 33.33%, and black, 33.33, and black goes to 66.66. Whoops. And then we have, let's say, sky blue at again 66.66%. Let's see what we have. Okay, three colors: green, black, and sky blue. Okay, now this third that has a black color has to also have two yellow colors. So I'll insert yellow colors at, let's say, 20% from the start. Yeah, we'll try that. So instead of black here at 33, yellow will start, and this yellow will finish here. But let's see where our black should start. Our black should start 20% from 33.33 is 6.66, as if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I'll say 33.33. It will be 39.99, and our black should stop at this is 66.66 minus 6.66. It will be exactly at 60% of our gradient. I hope I didn't mess this up. We'll find out soon. And wonderful, I did mess it up because I forgot a comma. Whoops, I messed it up again because it's a real gradient this time. Okay, let's see what did I do. Okay, I see where is the problem. I have my green and yellow good, but this I need to define that my yellow stops at 39.99%, and black starts at exactly the same spot, and then black goes to 60, and again I need another yellow that will stop at 60%, and then this yellow will go to 66.66 where the blue will start. Okay, I hope now it's okay. Let's check. Okay, now we don't have gradients anymore. We have solid colors. Okay, as you can see, we did this with a single gradient. Now all we have to do is to put this angle. So we can experiment with different degrees, but the very simple thing would be for me to say to bottom right. I want my gradient to go from to bottom right, which means from top left to bottom right. And just like that, we have our Tanzania flag. I think it's not perfect. This yellow is wider with me in my case, so it's probably something like 15%, but I don't want to do the math anymore, so I will be say that I'm happy with this. And just like that, we had our fun with flags. As you can see, we did 8 flags, and it's perfectly responsive because of my flags wrap. Woohoo! I do had a lot of fun. I hope you also enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And maybe I'll do another set of flags because this was really funny. Okay, lots of love to all of you, and bye bye.